You know, Thailand has a population of 65 million whole country. In Bangkok, nearly 10 million.
10 million.
In Bangkok, 95% people believe in Buddhist. 4% Muslim, 1% Christians. Most Christian in Bangkok, Muslim south of Thailand, Buddhist everywhere, and Buddhist. Before we take you around here, let me tell you about the temple first, otherwise you might confuse. You know, Thailand is a small country, but there are 30,000 temples. Everywhere you travel, you always see a temple, some big, some small. In Bangkok, there are 2,000 temples. You know one temple, how big? One temple in Thailand, we have to use an area, minimum 15 acres. There are so many buildings. You know, it's built in different purposes. Some building for meditation, some building for prayer or chanting, some building for teachings, some building we keep the Buddha statues, some building we keep the ashes of the people. You know, our custom after we die, 100% cremated. If they are royal family, after cremated, we keep the ash inside their own temple. Yeah. If we are ordinary people, we keep the ashes at home.
We hired Fanik for an hour and a half and got lots of great info.
You still remember your ancestor in the Christian church on the roof after water come off? You have little figures. You know what we call that? You call gargoyles.
Gargoyles.
Yeah, gargoyles, same idea, same purpose. At home we call spirit house. Inside the temple we don't have spirit house. We have the guardians, like you have gargoyles. Yeah, same. Thailand very hot summer, 40, 42 Celsius. But the color still same, this amazing color. The color never fades. So we have to restoration every 10 or 15 years. Everywhere you see inside here done by hand, no machine. Mostly with the female. You know why with the female?
More precise? Better artists?
Because female in Thailand, number one, more patient. Number two, delicate and gentle. That's the best for female. Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah, that's right. I totally agree.
You know Thai custom in the greeting, there are 3 levels. There are 3 levels. Number 1 level, if we greet the Buddha, yeah, lotus like this, to the Buddha, forehead. Number 2, if we greet the monks who dress yellow color, lotus again like this. To top the nose. Number 3, if we greeting ordinary people like everybody, lotus again. We must say, Sawadi Krap, toss the nose. Say Sawadi Krap, Sawadi Krap. You know why Thailand there are so many temples? There are 3 purposes. There are 3 purposes. Number 1 purpose. The temple in Thailand is the center of education. I still remember when I was 7 years old. My parents need me to learn to write, send me to stay in the temple. Number 2 purpose. The temple in Thailand is the center of Buddhist people meeting on Buddhist days. What they doing on Buddhist day? There are 4 trainings. Number 1, physical development. Number 2, social development. Number 3, emotional development. And number 4, intellectual development. This is a bonsai tree, 100 years old. We're trimming every month.
We made our way over to the Royal Palace. This is not only their residence, but also the government offices and throne halls for entertaining visiting VIPs. It's about 38 degrees, but we decide to walk to our next destination, the reclining Buddha, through a typical street of small shops and vendors. Swadika. That means hello.
See my fat little sausages?
That means it's hot out here.
It means it's very hot out here. Carolyn is wilting away.
As Carolyn takes a break in the shade, Glenn and I walked around Wat Po and marvel at all the statues where people have purchased gold leaf foil to place upon them during prayers. But the reason for visiting this temple is the reclining Buddha, which is the largest in the world at 46 meters long and 15 meters high. Mother of pearl inlay decorates the feet, all 108 unique creations. After our leisurely lunch on the river, we took a water taxi across the river to Wat Arun. We got a good look at how many of the city's goods and waste is transported by barges along the river. We had seen this temple from across the river and could see that people were walking near the top, and so of course, that is where we needed to be. Everything here is hand-painted and such attention to detail. If you look closely, you can see how narrow the steps are. It is a busy place, but I'm sure the views are going to be worth the patience needed to get to the top. The views across the river are fantastic, and you can see the river traffic just going along about their business. In the background there, you can see downtown. We drove past it to and from the airport, and it looks like a busy, modern metropolis.
Everywhere, everywhere, everywhere I go, everywhere that I've been.
That is where we were earlier today, the King's Palace and the Emerald Buddha. And just down the river is where our hotel is located. Even monks stop to enjoy the view. Time to take another water taxi back down the river to our hotel. These things use car motors for power. Early the next morning, we were picked up by our private guide Poot to make merit with the monks. It costs $1.50 for a plate of rice, chicken, an egg dish, and a drink. The monks depend 100% on the people to provide nourishment twice a day this way. You remove your shoes as a sign of respect before placing the food in a certain order in their bowls, being careful not to touch them. Then Pook drove the three of us out of the city for the first of 2 full-day tours to see nearby markets, temples, and the countryside.